Tonight, you step softly into a city that has existed through centuries, a place where stone and memory mingle beneath the quiet gaze of the moon, softened by the tender rhythm of falling rain. Athens sleeps differently in the night than in the day. The marketplace lies hushed, its marble streets glistening with reflections of oil lamps, and the air feels heavier yet tender, carrying the calm of absence rather than the urgency of presence. Each step you take is cushioned by wet stone, each breath mingling with the cool rain-scented air, drawing you deeper into stillness and the gentle rhythm of the night. Have you ever wondered what it is like to move through a city that has held countless lives, their laughter, whispers, and quiet moments, all folded gently into the stones beneath your feet? Tonight, Athens feels like a living dream. Each droplet of rain seems to pulse with the memory of all who have walked here, soft and invisible, connecting past and present in a rhythm you can feel if you listen closely. The sky above is a slow tapestry of clouds and scattered stars, sometimes hidden, sometimes revealed, peeking through like distant memories. Flickering faintly in silvered patches, the rain carries its own music. Each drop lands lightly upon rooftops, trickles through gutters, splashes into puddles, and forms a delicate chorus. The sound is neither loud nor abrupt. It is soft, tender, inviting attention without startling, a lullaby for anyone willing to hear. Occasionally, a distant echo rises, a footstep, a shifting cloak, a muted bark of a dog somewhere in the alleyways. But even these fleeting sounds are folded into the harmony of the night. Every movement, every sound is gentle, patient, and designed to slow your own breath. As you walk, the scent of wet earth rises from the streets, mingling with olive trees, the faint smoke of distant hearth, and the lingering aroma of herbs pressed into clay rooftops. It is a smell that carries both memory and comfort, grounding you in this moment while whispering softly of centuries past. It speaks of homes where bread was baked and families gathered, where conversations ebbed and flowed, where life unfolded gently under the same night sky that watches over you now. The rain does not mask these scents. It enhances them, softening the edges, giving them space to breathe and mingle. Your fingers graze the smooth marble of a colonnade as you pass. Cool, slick with rain, the stone is solid and steady beneath your touch, anchoring you to the city's heartbeat. How many hands have brushed this same stone in daylight hurriedness or under the quiet of night, unaware that each touch leaves a trace of presence? Tonight, your touch is a gentle conversation with time itself, a bridge between then and now. The streets begin to narrow, guiding you forward. Shadows gather softly at the edges of alleys, pooling beneath the warm glow of lamps. In the distance, the gentle curve of rooftops guides your eye upward toward glimpses of balconies where long ago people paused to listen to the rain, just as you do now. Perhaps a small window is open, letting out the faintest aroma of olive oil, of herbs simmering in a pot, of warm bread cooling on a table. All these sensory whispers weave together into a calm tapestry, inviting you to slow, to breathe, to rest into the city's embrace. Have you noticed how the night itself seems to stretch, soft and elastic, accommodating each step you take, each breath you draw? There is no hurry here. Time unfolds like the gentle folding of a cloth, layered and slow, each layer revealing a softer, quieter rhythm. The rain becomes part of your breathing, its gentle pulse guiding you inward. Inhale as a drop lands on the marble. Exhale as it trickles into a puddle, each breath a mirror to the rhythm outside your window, each step a continuation of the night's quiet song. Occasionally, you catch the reflection of a flickering lamp in a puddle, its glow soft and fragmented, shimmering across tiny ripples. It reminds you that even light is patient, even flame can bend and dance without breaking. You pause and the reflection holds you for a moment, a gentle meditation of water and light. With a deep, soft breath, you allow yourself to dissolve into this space, aware of your body, your presence, your quiet pulse syncing with the city's rhythm. Your journey carries you past small courtyards, where rain collects on stone steps, forming tiny rivulets that wind their way toward drains and gutters, moving like gentle veins of liquid light. You notice the faint sound of water falling from a tiled roof into a clay basin, a hollow echo that repeats in tender cadence. In this music, there is comfort. It is not the music of a concert hall nor of urgency, but the music of persistence and softness, carrying you onward without effort. Above you, clouds shift, revealing another star for just a moment, then hiding it again behind a silken veil of night. Each appearance feels like a quiet gift, a soft curiosity inviting you to wonder without expectation, to notice without judgment. How many travelers have looked up at these same stars, feeling small yet infinite, connected to a sky that has witnessed every age? And here you are, part of that continuum, breathing, walking, present, yet letting the night carry you forward, gentle and unhurried. As you continue, the rain thickens slightly yet never intrusive. Its steady presence is like a heartbeat, encouraging a deeper breath, a slower step, a more attentive noticing of the cool air on your skin, the slick marble beneath your feet, the faint fragrance of the city in the evening hush. Somewhere nearby, a small dog shakes itself, sending droplets into the air, and the sound is muffled, softened, barely audible, folded back into the embrace of the night. The warmth of oil lamps guides your gaze along narrow passages, their reflections dancing softly on wet marble. Shadows stretch and bend, forming gentle patterns that sway like leaves in a slow breeze. You pause beneath an archway, feeling the coolness of the stone against your palms. The surface is worn, smoothed by countless hands over countless years. You imagine all the silent observers before you, each step, each touch, each sigh folded quietly into the night. A faint echo of music reaches you, perhaps a lyre, its notes carried by the rain, light and airy, floating across the empty streets. You close your eyes for a moment, letting it mingle with the soft rhythm of drops on stone. The melody is calm, never insistent, flowing like water around your thoughts. You inhale, noticing the scent of damp wood from a nearby building. Exhale, feeling the coolness of the night brushing across your cheeks. With every step, you sink further into this calm. The night stretches endlessly, yet you feel safe, steady, cradled by the city's quiet pulse. The rain becomes a lullaby, the streets a cradle, the lamp-lit reflections a gentle guide. You walk slowly, not to reach anywhere, but simply to exist in this serene moment. The boundary between your breath and the world outside softening, blending, melting into one. The city seems to recognize your presence, responding with a softness of its own. A puddle ripples in welcome. A lamp flickers in acknowledgement. A marble column seems to sigh gently beneath your fingertips. And as you walk, your gaze turns naturally to the heart of the city, the agora, where memory and shadow mingle under the quiet rain. The rhythm of droplets, the hush of streets, and the subtle breath of the city guide you forward, step by step, toward the next gentle chapter of this night, inviting you to linger, to notice, to drift, and to rest. By the time the agora comes into view, your mind has slowed, your breathing has deepened, and your body feels cradled in the soft embrace of the night. The rain is no longer an intrusion, but a companion, steady and patient, carrying you along a path of calm wonder. Every sense is awake yet relaxed. Every step carries you gently into the heart of Athens, ready to explore the quiet city in the next chapter, where shadows, memory, and history wait to greet you with soft, unhurried presence. And so you walk calm, aware, and soothed. Letting the rhythm of the rain, the cool touch of stone, and the soft glow of lamps carry you forward. The night stretches endlessly, serene and tender, preparing you to enter the agora, where the city's history whispers in hushed tones and your journey into sleep continues. Section 2, the empty agora. Tonight, you step from the rain-washed streets into the heart of Athens, where the agora lies quiet under the soft cloak of night. The marketplace, which once thrummed with the rhythm of daily life, the voices of merchants, the laughter of children, the debates of philosophers, is now a serene, hushed landscape, waiting in gentle patience for the touch of imagination. Each step you take across the wet stone squares resonates softly, a careful echo of the countless footsteps that came before, and yet it is neither lonely nor empty. The air itself seems to cradle you, inviting a deep, unhurried breath. Have you ever wondered what it felt like to wander through a city's heart when all its bustle has faded, leaving only whispers of memory behind? Tonight, the agora becomes such a place, suspended in time. The lamps lining the colonnades glow faintly, their flames bending and flickering in the night breeze, throwing shadows across the worn stones. Columns stand tall and steady, their surfaces slick with rain, polished by centuries of footsteps, each marking the flow of life through this sacred hub. The agora's quiet is not silence, but a gentle symphony. Droplets of rain fall from nearby roofs, a faint owl hoots from a distant tree, and a soft murmur of wind passes over olive branches beyond the square. Your feet brush lightly along the edge of a marble fountain at the center of the agora. The water, collected from the earlier rain, swirls slowly, catching the glow of lanterns and reflecting a dance of light on the polished stones. You notice the faint aroma of wet earth and herbs mingling with the subtle scent of olive oil pressed long ago, as if the city itself exhales a memory for those willing to breathe it in. Each inhale draws you closer to stillness. Each exhale releases tension, letting the echoes of the day dissolve into the embrace of night. Around you, benches and small stone alcoves remain empty, yet their stillness speaks. Perhaps once a philosopher sat here, contemplating virtue, or a merchant rested after selling his goods, or children whispered secrets before retreating home. The agora remembers, and tonight you walk among those memories, feeling them not as ghosts, but as gentle companions, soft brushstrokes across the canvas of your awareness. You are both present and floating, anchored by stone and air, yet carried along the rhythm of imagination. The flickering lamps throw long, wavering shadows that stretch across the square, curling around statues and low walls. You pause, tracing your fingers along a carved relief, feeling the coolness of the marble, slick with rain, textured with patterns worn smooth over decades. Have you ever felt time beneath your fingertips not as hours or minutes, but as layers upon layers of living history? Here, in this quiet agora, the concept of time relaxes. It stretches and folds, allowing your mind to wander gently, absorbing history not as a lesson but as a soft melody of human presence. Above, clouds drift lazily across the night sky, occasionally revealing a star that seems to wink softly, as if acknowledging your passage. The city's rooftops glisten with rain, and you notice the faint trickle of water along drains and gutters, a delicate accompaniment to the hush of the agora. You breathe in unhurriedly, letting each breath echo the soft rhythm around you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. With each cycle, your body sinks further into calm, your mind growing lighter, and the gentle weight of sleep begins to brush your thoughts. Somewhere nearby, a gentle breeze stirs, carrying with it the muted fragrance of flowers from a hidden courtyard and the faint, lingering aroma of baked bread from a home tucked into a narrow street. It is as though the city itself has arranged these subtle scents to guide you, to anchor you in presence, yet to lull you toward rest. You walk slowly along a colonnade, letting your hand brush along the cool marble, noticing the carved details, the small imperfections, and the soft dampness from the rain. Each sensation is an invitation to notice and to release, to observe without hurry or expectation. Occasionally, a soft sound reaches you from the distant edges of the square, the creak of a wooden shutter, the splash of water, the muted echo of a stray animal moving along a quiet lane. All of these sounds are gentle, unintrusive, part of the city's lullaby. They remind you that life persists even in stillness, that every motion, however faint, carries meaning and presence. You notice your own heartbeat in response, steady and calm, aligning itself with the subtle rhythms around you, and feel a gentle warmth of connection to the city, to its history, to the quiet pulse of the night. As you wander further into the agora, your attention is drawn to a small alcove where the faint glow of a single lamp flickers across the surface of a water basin. The reflection of light on water ripples gently, like a miniature constellation trapped within the stone, echoing the stars above. You pause, watching, breathing in, and letting the soft, hypnotic patterns of light and water seep into your awareness. With each ripple, you sink further into calm, feeling the tension of the day dissolve into the embrace of the night, and allowing your mind to drift like a leaf on a quiet stream. Have you ever imagined standing where countless decisions, conversations and reflections once occurred, feeling the energy of human thought without disturbance, without demand? Tonight, in this empty agora, you can feel it. The city's heart beats slowly here, measured by the flow of water, the patter of rain, the soft shift of shadows across stone. You are part of this pulse, yet you are apart, floating in a gentle balance of presence and detachment. Every inhalation draws you closer to the rhythm. Every exhalation releases you further into the lull of night. The surrounding colonnades frame the square in quiet geometry, each column standing like a sentinel, steady and patient. You walk beneath them, noticing the way the rain slides off the smooth marble, the way light bends and folds across wet surfaces. There is a kind of meditation here, an unspoken invitation to observe the world carefully and to surrender to its quiet. Your steps become softer, more deliberate. Your breath follows the same gentle cadence. The night stretches before you, infinite and protective, its rhythm guiding you toward deeper stillness. A faint echo of conversation drifts across the square. Perhaps the memory of voices long past, or the distant murmur of someone returning home. You let it pass without reaching, without grasping, and feel a subtle widening of awareness, a calm expansion that flows through your body and mind. You are aware you are present, yet you are unburdened, cradled in the tender embrace of night and stone, rain and lamp glow. Slowly, the agora begins to unfold in your imagination, revealing layers of history, merchants' stalls once stacked with clay pots, philosophers pacing in quiet debate, citizens pausing to rest or reflect. You move through these layers like a gentle current, floating in the calm waters of time, noticing details, sensing textures, absorbing the stillness. Each element is soft, muted, non-demanding, a meditation in motion, a lullaby of sight, sound, and touch. Your journey through the agora continues, each step slower than the last, each breath a reminder of the night's rhythm. Shadows stretch across wet stones. Water collects in puddles that mirror the lantern glow. Rain patters softly from the eaves above. The city cradles you. You allow your body to relax completely, letting the stillness of the square sink into your bones. Time dissolves, thought softens, and your mind drifts gently toward the next step of this journey, toward the deeper heart of Athens, where ancient echoes and whispered stories await. And as you walk, your awareness expands gently, embracing not only the physical beauty of the agora, but also its intangible presence. The accumulated whispers, the soft hum of memory, the slow heartbeat of a city resting beneath the rain. You follow the rhythm of droplets, the flicker of lamps, the scent of wet stone and olive wood, and gradually, without effort, you are drawn onward, guided toward the next chapter of this night, toward the Acropolis, where the columns and temples rise, timeless, patient, and welcoming, ready to continue your gentle journey into the calm embrace of sleep. Section 3, the Acropolis in the rain tonight. Your journey carries you upward, leaving the quiet agora behind, toward the gentle rise of the Acropolis. Each step on the slick marble and worn stone is deliberate, unhurried, as though the hill itself is guiding you, patient and silent, into a realm both elevated and timeless. The rain continues to fall softly, a delicate rhythm that accompanies every breath, every footfall, every thought. It drapes the city in mist and silver, allowing the distant streets below to fade into a quiet dream, leaving you entirely in the calm embrace of this sacred space. Have you ever imagined approaching a temple that has witnessed thousands of years, whose columns have held the weight of history, whose stones have felt the touch of countless hands? Here, the Parthenon rises ahead, steadfast and luminous in the dim glow of oil lamps and lanterns. The rain slicks its marble in a soft gleam, revealing the gentle curves of fluted columns, the subtle carvings that tell stories of gods and mortals, heroes and citizens. The air is cooler here, crisper, carrying the faint scent of wet stone and ancient olive groves. Each inhalation draws you deeper into the night, each exhalation letting go of the tension you may have carried from the day. The ascent is slow, deliberate. Your feet brush past moss and small puddles forming in the uneven surfaces of the stairway. Each step is cushioned by the sound of falling rain, the occasional drip from a column or ledge creating a soft, unpredictable melody that encourages presence without demand. Above, clouds part slightly to reveal a faint, trembling star, as if the heavens themselves are pausing to witness your passage. It flickers, a quiet companion in the night, encouraging you to move gently, to breathe slowly, to notice without judgment, to feel without hurry. As you draw nearer, the Parthenon structure becomes more detailed, more intimate. The columns are smooth beneath your fingertips, slick with rain, yet strong and enduring. You pause to place your hand upon one of them, feeling its cool strength, sensing its patience. Have you ever thought about the countless generations who touched these stones, who paused beneath this same canopy of night, feeling similar awe, similar wonder, similar quiet? Tonight you join them, yet entirely in your own rhythm, fully present, fully aware of this perfect stillness. The marble reflects the gentle lamplight, creating shifting patterns on the wet ground, abstract mosaics that move with each ripple of rainwater. You watch them for a moment, mesmerized, feeling the gentle tug of curiosity mingled with rest. Above you, the pediments whisper their stories, heroes and deities carved into stone, frozen yet alive in their own quiet way. The rain softens the hard lines, rounding edges, smoothing features, creating a dreamlike haze where myth and reality merge. You do not need to understand it all. It is enough to notice, to absorb, to drift gently in the presence of enduring beauty. A cool breeze stirs, carrying the scent of the Acropolis itself, a blend of ancient stone, wet earth, and faint olive groves beyond the temple walls. Each inhalation feels grounding, yet expansive, as though drawing in the wisdom of ages, the calm of centuries, the quiet strength of a city that has stood through storms both literal and metaphorical. Your exhalation mirrors the flow of rain down the columns, letting go of worry, of urgency, of tension. You sink into the cadence of the night, aligned with the rhythm of water, stone, and air. The Parthenon's interior is dark yet welcoming, its open spaces echoing the gentle patter of rain on marble roofs above. You move inside slowly, allowing your eyes to adjust to the muted glow. Shadows hug the walls, stretching and bending with the flicker of distant lamps, while the cool stone floor beneath your feet provides a steady anchor. The temple is silent but not empty. It is alive with the memory of worshippers, of philosophers, of quiet reflection. You are part of this ongoing presence, an observer and participant in a rhythm that transcends time, soothing and steady. Have you noticed the way water gathers in small pools along the stone, catching the light and forming miniature reflections of the temple's interior? You pause to watch, letting the delicate patterns mesmerize you. Each ripple is a small miracle, a dance of light and liquid that demands nothing but gentle attention. With each inhalation, you draw the serenity of the space into your lungs. With each exhalation, the weight of the day drifts away. Outside, the rain softens slightly, leaving the Acropolis shrouded in mist, a veil of silver that blurs edges, smooths corners, and invites dreamlike contemplation. You lean lightly against a column, feeling its texture beneath your palm, noticing the faint grooves carved over centuries. It is tactile history, solid yet gentle, grounding yet freeing. You imagine all the quiet footsteps that once crossed this space, priests and citizens, poets and philosophers, travelers from distant lands, and sense a calm continuity threading through time. From this vantage, the city below is faintly visible, lights twinkling through the haze, as if the world itself is whispering, all is well, all is calm. You take a slow, deep breath, noticing how your chest rises and falls in harmony with the gentle rhythm of the rain. There is no need to hurry, no need to move fast, and no need to grasp anything. You are already exactly where you are meant to be, held in the quiet majesty of the night, aligned with the soft pulse of history and nature. The Parthenon, rising above you, embodies patience and endurance. Its statues, even in shadow, suggest stories of courage, wisdom, and care. You do not need to remember the myths perfectly. Their presence is enough. It is enough to feel the weight of time, the grace of enduring art, and the calm assurance that some things, like the rain, like stone, like night, will continue quietly, faithfully, gently. You feel yourself mirrored in this steadiness, your mind and body settling further into serenity. You wander along the periphery of the Acropolis, letting the faint sound of the city below mingle with the soft murmur of rain. The steps, worn smooth by centuries, guide your feet in a rhythm that is both steady and gentle. Every echo, every drip, every shadow is part of a lullaby composed by the city itself. You breathe slowly, noticing the faint scent of rain on marble, the whisper of wind across your skin, the subtle shimmer of lamplight reflecting on wet stone. Have you ever experienced a space that felt both vast and intimate, ancient yet personal, alive yet infinitely quiet? Here, on this rain-slicked Acropolis, the balance is perfect. You are neither small nor overwhelmed. You are present, conscious yet surrendered. Your steps slow further, each one a meditation, a gentle acknowledgement of time, of space, of being. The rain begins to thin, becoming almost imperceptible, yet its rhythm remains in your awareness. Your footsteps are now the softest echoes in the temple, accompanied only by the faint hum of distant water and the whisper of the night breeze. Shadows stretch and bend around the columns, creating an ever-changing pattern that draws your attention, yet never demands it. You watch, breathe, and allow yourself to drift gently into the cadence of the night, aligning with the slow, hypnotic pulse of history, stone, and air. As you prepare to leave the Parthenon and descend toward the quieter lanes beyond, you pause once more, placing your hand lightly on a column, feeling the coolness, the solidity, the gentle endurance beneath your palm. You inhale, drawing in the serenity of the space. You exhale, letting go of tension, of time, of expectation. You are at peace. The night, the rain, the temple, and the city cradle you as you prepare to continue your gentle journey through Athens, toward the narrow streets and hidden homes that await in the next chapter. And so, with your steps aligned to the soft rhythm of rain, your senses attuned to the whisper of stone and air, and your mind surrendered to calm curiosity, you leave the Parthenon behind, carrying the quiet strength and serene majesty of the Acropolis within you, ready to drift further into the heart of the city, into the gentle embrace of rest, into the next layer of this timeless night. Section 4, Narrow Streets and Hidden Homes. Tonight, you descend from the quiet majesty of the Acropolis, guided gently by the soft patter of rain toward the winding, narrow streets that coil like gentle ribbons through Athens. Each step is deliberate, unhurried, as if the cobblestones themselves are inviting you to slow your pace, to notice the subtle textures beneath your feet, to inhale the quiet, rain-scented air, and to feel the embrace of history surrounding you. The city's grandeur fades softly into intimacy, alleys lined with stone houses, small courtyards hidden behind weathered wooden doors, lanterns casting pools of golden light that flicker and sway in gentle rhythm. Have you ever wandered through streets so narrow that the buildings seem to lean softly toward one another, forming a protective canopy above as if the city itself is cradling you? Tonight, these streets become a secret refuge, each turn revealing new details: the curve of a rain-slicked roof, the faint shimmer of a puddle reflecting lamplight, the smell of wet stone mingling with herbs pressed into clay walls. You breathe deeply, letting the aromas and textures settle gently into your awareness, allowing each step to slow your heart, to soften your thoughts, and to invite a quiet curiosity that soothes rather than excites. The alleys are alive with subtle motion, a cat slipping silently along a wet ledge, a distant figure pausing under a doorway, the faint ripple of water cascading from a tiled roof into a stone basin. None of these movements startle. Each is soft, patient, part of the lullaby of the night. You allow your eyes to wander slowly, tracing the outlines of doorways, the gentle curves of balconies, the moss forming in the cracks of cobblestones, and you notice the quiet artistry in these details, the unspoken stories embedded in the city's walls. Rain continues its delicate symphony. Each droplet taps lightly on rooftops, drips from eaves, forms tiny rivulets along gutters, creating a soft, continuous melody. It is neither loud nor abrupt. It encourages presence, a gentle companion for your wandering thoughts. You pause to listen, noticing how each sound blends seamlessly with the ambient quiet, how it seems to echo the rhythm of your own breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You feel your body aligning with the gentle cadence of the city, your muscles releasing tension, your mind unwinding, your attention softening into the steady pulse of night. Small wooden doors line the narrow streets, some slightly ajar, revealing glimpses of warm interiors. Perhaps a fire burns in a hearth, casting golden shadows on the walls. Perhaps a family rests quietly, their voices muted, their presence a subtle reassurance that life continues peacefully within. The faint aroma of bread, baked just hours before, drifts through one doorway, mingling with the scent of rain on stone. You breathe it in slowly, letting the warmth and comfort settle inside you, carrying a sense of calm that spreads softly through your chest, down your arms, and into your legs. Have you noticed the gentle contrast of light and shadow here, created by flickering lanterns and the uneven surfaces of walls? Some spaces glow softly, inviting your gaze, while others recede into quiet obscurity, hinting at hidden corners and untold stories. There is no need to explore everything, no need to hurry, no need to reach any destination. Your only task tonight is to move gently, observe carefully, and allow the rhythm of the streets and the rain to lull you toward inner quiet. You follow a narrow passage that curves unexpectedly, guiding you past a small courtyard where rain gathers in a shallow basin. The water glimmers faintly, reflecting the lamps around it, forming miniature pools of light that shift and ripple with the breeze. You pause, watching the patterns for a few moments, noticing the gentle interplay of motion and stillness, of light and shadow, of water and stone. Each ripple is a small meditation, each reflection a quiet reminder that even in the simplest things, there is beauty and peace. As you continue, you notice the texture of the walls, cool, damp stone, smooth in some places, rough in others, softened in patches by moss and lichen. Your fingers brush lightly along the surfaces, feeling the subtle imperfections, the traces of history, the quiet stories left behind by hands long gone. The tactile awareness deepens your presence, anchoring you in the moment while allowing your mind to drift, free yet attentive, alert yet calm. A faint sound reaches you from a distant window, a lullaby perhaps, or a soft conversation, or the gentle clinking of pottery being put away. You let it wash over you, neither seeking nor following it, allowing the sound to blend seamlessly with the rhythm of rain and the whispering wind. Each note is gentle, each pause a reminder of stillness, each echo a meditation in motion. You walk onward, your steps becoming lighter, softer, more aligned with the subtle cadence of the night. The streets wind further, narrowing and opening again, revealing glimpses of hidden gardens behind high walls. Olive trees droop with the weight of rain, their leaves shimmering, releasing subtle fragrances into the night air. Small fountains gurgle quietly, water moving in gentle arcs, adding a delicate counterpoint to the patter of rain on stone. You pause to breathe in these scents and sounds, feeling them enter your body, fill your mind, and settle into a calm, soothing rhythm. Have you ever felt the sensation of moving through a place that is both intimate and expansive, both historical and alive, both protective and liberating? These streets offer that experience. Each corner, each doorway, each subtle sound carries you gently forward while letting you linger in quiet reflection. Your attention flows naturally from one detail to the next, softening with each step, expanding with each breath. Relaxing with each moment, as you walk, you reach a cluster of small homes, their windows aglow with the warm, flickering light of oil lamps. Curtains sway softly in the breeze, carrying the faint scent of herbs, wax, and wood smoke. You pause to notice the interplay of light and shadow across the walls, the gentle glow that spreads across wet cobblestones, and the tender sense of life quietly ongoing inside each home. The city feels alive yet perfectly calm, a living lullaby that wraps around you, cradles you and invites your mind to soften, your thoughts to drift, your body to rest. The rain has slowed, now falling in gentle, almost imperceptible threads. Puddles ripple quietly under your steps, reflecting lanterns and the faint, muted sky above. You walk without hurry, noticing the tactile sensation of wet cobblestones beneath your feet, the subtle coolness of stone walls against your palm, the soft fragrance of the night around you. Each inhalation draws in calm, each exhalation releases tension. You sink deeper into a gentle awareness, fully present, fully relaxed, fully aligned with the rhythm of this ancient city at rest. With every turn, the streets seem to lead you naturally onward, each bend revealing another quiet courtyard, another pool of light, another shadow gently stretching across the walls. You notice the artistry in the simplest details, the curve of a step, the moss in a crack, the worn edge of a doorway, the soft glint of water on a stone surface. These small details invite curiosity, yet they carry no urgency. They calm rather than excite, inviting your mind to drift, your body to release, your awareness to expand softly. Have you ever been aware of the subtle pulse of a city at night? Its heart beats slower yet no less present, each step a note in a quiet symphony of life. Tonight, these narrow streets provide that experience. You walk in rhythm with the gentle cadence of rain and stone, the flickering lamplight, the whisper of wind, and the soft echoes of unseen lives. Your senses are alive yet relaxed, tuned to a soft frequency of presence and serenity, each detail an anchor and a release. At last, you reach a small courtyard, tucked away between two narrow streets. A fountain trickles quietly, olive branches sway gently, and lanterns flicker softly in the night breeze. You pause here, letting the atmosphere settle fully into your awareness. The rain has become a soft, lingering whisper, the city's heartbeat gentle and steady, your own breath aligning naturally with the rhythm around you. You inhale, drawing in the serenity and calm of the space. You exhale, releasing all thought, all tension, all concern. And as you stand in this quiet sanctuary, you feel a deep, unhurried peace. The narrow streets and hidden homes of Athens cradle you, a gentle, protective embrace. The soft sounds of water, the delicate patterns of light and shadow, the subtle fragrances of night and rain, all of these lull you further into calm, inviting your mind to drift, your body to sink, your spirit to rest. You are entirely present, entirely safe, entirely ready to continue your gentle journey through this timeless city toward the next chapter where small gardens, olive groves, and hidden terraces await to carry you deeper into the night. Section 5. The Quiet Gardens of Athens. Tonight, your journey through the rain-soaked streets of Athens leads you to a hidden treasure. The quiet gardens tucked behind narrow alleys and stone walls. As you step into this secluded world, the sound of distant city life fades completely, replaced by the soft patter of rain on leaves and the gentle hum of night insects. The air is fragrant with the mingling scents of wet earth, blooming jasmine, and the faint aroma of olive trees. Every inhale draws you deeper into presence. Every exhale releases the weight of the day, allowing your mind to float freely in the calm embrace of this serene space. Have you ever wandered into a place so quiet, so intimate that the world beyond it seems to dissolve? These gardens feel as though they exist solely for moments like this, for the gentle observer, for the wanderer seeking calm, for you. Pathways of stone wind gracefully among carefully tended beds, moss softening the edges, tiny rivulets guiding rainwater toward shallow basins. The gardens are alive yet entirely tranquil, each detail composed to soothe the senses, each fragrance, each whisper of movement designed to invite relaxation and quiet curiosity. The rain continues to fall, but here it is soft and musical, dripping from leaves, trickling along stone edges, creating a delicate rhythm that mirrors the gentle cadence of your own breathing. You pause under the protective canopy of an olive tree, feeling drops land softly on your shoulders, your fingertips brushing against the smooth leaves. There is a subtle vibration in the air, a gentle hum that seems to resonate with your heartbeat, slowing it, deepening it, inviting you to align your rhythm with the night. Paths wind between low walls and terraced flower beds, guiding you past hidden corners where lanterns flicker, casting pools of golden light that dance across the wet stone. You notice the subtle contrasts, the brightness of lamp against the soft shadows of leaves, the cool slickness of marble against the warmth of the air, the sharp fragrance of rain-drenched herbs softened by the night's embrace. Every step, every breath, every glance is a meditation, a delicate weaving of awareness and calm. Have you ever paused to notice the small miracles in nature? The subtle interplay of water and stone, light and shadow, leaf and wind. In these gardens, every detail is magnified through tranquility. Tiny streams collect in shallow basins, rippling softly, reflecting the flickering lamplight. Dew clings to petals, glistening as if each drop were a captured star. The scent of wet rosemary and thyme drifts through the air, mingling with the soft, earthy aroma of the soil. Each inhale draws serenity deep into your lungs. Each exhale releases tension, letting your mind sink further into gentle attentiveness. As you wander, your fingers graze the cool stone of garden walls, smooth yet textured with moss and age. You notice the subtle indentations left by countless hands, shaping the space slowly over time, as if the garden itself remembers all who have walked here. You pause beside a small fountain, watching the water swirl and shimmer, the lamplight reflections forming patterns that ripple gently with the motion of the liquid. The dance of light and water invites your gaze, yet it requires no focus, simply presence. A gentle breeze stirs, rustling leaves and carrying the faint, sweet fragrance of night-blooming flowers. The sound is almost musical, a soft accompaniment to the rain, a quiet symphony that encourages your thoughts to drift like clouds across the evening sky. Somewhere nearby, a small bird settles in the branches of an olive tree, its faint movements merging with the gentle rhythm of water and leaves. Each subtle sound, each delicate motion, is a lullaby for your senses, coaxing your mind into the tender folds of rest. Have you noticed how light and shadow play together in these gardens? How the glow of lamps bends over leaves, how the rain creates delicate reflections on the stone pathways. Every detail seems deliberate yet effortless, soothing yet intriguing. You pause at a shaded corner where ferns spill gently over a low wall, droplets clinging to the fronds. You watch them tremble softly, falling occasionally to the ground, each tiny drop a quiet punctuation in the night's slow rhythm. You breathe deeply, sensing the harmony of movement and stillness, of sound and silence, of presence and surrender. The gardens are arranged in terraces, each level slightly higher than the last, offering gentle variations in perspective and texture. You climb slowly, feeling the slight incline beneath your feet, the rain cooling your skin, the night wrapping you in calm. At each terrace you discover a new layer, a hidden bench beneath a flowering vine, a shallow fountain trickling quietly, a lantern flickering softly in the mist. These discoveries are subtle gifts, each encouraging you to pause, notice, and rest in the simplicity of beauty and calm. Have you ever experienced a moment where time seems to slow, where each second stretches softly, allowing you to breathe, to feel, to notice? The quiet gardens offer such moments. You walk gently along the winding paths, allowing your senses to drink in the serenity. The soft splash of water in a basin, the whisper of wind through leaves, the faint aroma of wet stone and flowers, the gentle glow of lamps flickering on wet surfaces. Each sensation is a gentle thread, weaving a tapestry of calm that enfolds your mind and body. As you pause by a stone balustrade, you look out across the terraces, seeing the city beyond softened by mist and rain. The streets you traversed earlier are now faint, shimmering like memory through a veil of gentle silver. You breathe in, feeling the cool night air fill your lungs, the fragrance of olive groves and wet earth filling your senses, and exhale, releasing any lingering tension, any thought of hurry or worry. The gardens and the night cradle you, holding you in their tender rhythm. A small fountain at the center of the garden offers a hypnotic dance of water, the droplets catching the light, forming miniature rainbows that shimmer briefly before fading. You allow your gaze to linger, letting the soft movement captivate your attention without demand. The gentle music of water against stone resonates through the space, blending with the soft whispers of wind, the patter of rain, and the subtle fragrance of jasmine and herbs. Each element works together, a quiet symphony of serenity, drawing your mind toward rest. Have you noticed the calm awareness that grows when you simply observe? without interference, without expectation, without judgment. Walking slowly through these gardens, your senses awaken gently, yet your thoughts grow softer, lighter, more fluid. Every drop of rain, every swaying leaf, every flicker of lamplight becomes a meditation, a gentle reminder that presence alone can bring deep, unhurried peace. You continue to wander, moving from one terrace to another, each step guided by soft curiosity, not urgency. You notice the subtle textures under your fingertips. Smooth marble edges, rough bark of olive trees, delicate petals glistening with rain. The air hums with quiet life, the faint flutter of wings, the soft trickle of water, the gentle whisper of leaves swaying in the breeze. You are immersed in the senses, present in the moment, and yet carried effortlessly into dreamlike calm. The night stretches above, soft and infinite, dotted with scattered stars that peek shyly through drifting clouds. Their faint glimmer mirrors the reflections in the fountains below, connecting sky and earth in a gentle, meditative harmony. You breathe slowly, aligning your own rhythm with the gentle flow of the gardens, the soft music of rain, and the tender pulse of night. Each inhale brings serenity. Each exhale releases distraction, leaving your body light, your mind calm, your heart steady. Have you ever felt the peace of being fully seen by a space, fully cradled by your surroundings, fully at ease in the moment? The quiet gardens offer that gift. The combination of rain, soft lighting, fragrant flowers, flowing water, and ancient stone creates a sanctuary, a lullaby of the senses, a gentle encouragement to relax and release. You walk slowly along the final terrace, feeling the cool stone underfoot, the damp brush of leaves against your hand, and the soft embrace of night air against your skin. As your journey through the quiet gardens comes to a gentle close, you pause once more, breathing in the full tapestry of sensations, the faint fragrance of flowers, the soft patter of rain, the cool touch of marble, the distant glow of lantern. You exhale slowly, letting go fully, surrendering to the calm, to the night, to the rhythm of this serene, hidden world. And as you step toward the next chapter of the night's journey, your mind is quiet, your body relaxed, your spirit aligned with the gentle pulse of Athens at rest. The gardens have cradled you, soothed you, and guided you deeper into calm, ready for the continuation of this hypnotic, sleep-inducing exploration of the city, where terraces, fountains, and olive groves will lead you even closer to the embrace of night and rest. Section 6. Candlelit temples and silent courtyards. Tonight, your journey through Athens leads you into a quieter, more intimate world, where small temples and hidden courtyards lie bathed in the tender glow of candlelight. The rain has softened into a gentle drizzle, each droplet landing softly on stone rooftops and the delicate leaves of olive trees. You step lightly along cobblestones, slick with moisture, feeling the subtle texture beneath your feet, the cool air brushing your skin, and the faint warmth of nearby lanterns guiding your path. The city hums quietly, a distant heartbeat of life now slowed to a meditative rhythm, leaving you immersed entirely in presence and calm. Have you ever approached a temple at night? The entrance marked by flickering candlelight, the doors slightly ajar, and a quiet stillness inviting you to pause. Each step toward these spaces feels deliberate, unhurried, as if time itself has slowed to accommodate your wandering. The soft glow of candles illuminates columns, carved reliefs, and statues, revealing ancient details in a warm, soothing light. Shadows dance gently across the walls, forming intricate patterns that shift with each flicker, creating a gentle, hypnotic rhythm for your eyes to follow. You move into the first courtyard, where a low fountain murmurs quietly. Water cascades in gentle arcs into the basin, catching the light and reflecting tiny flickers across the surrounding walls. The sound of water blends harmoniously with the soft patter of rain, forming a lullaby that resonates deep within your chest. Each breath you take aligns with this rhythm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Your body begins to mirror the calm pulse of the space, your mind letting go of worry, your awareness opening fully to the gentle beauty around you. The temples, small yet enduring, seem alive with memory. The stone beneath your fingertips is cool and smooth, yet textured with the marks of time. You trace the edges lightly, feeling the careful workmanship of ancient hands, the patience embedded in every carved line. Have you ever sensed the presence of countless lives in a single place, their whispers lingering in the very air, not as sounds but as quiet echoes of intention and care? Here, in these candlelit spaces, the city's long history cradles you, inviting you to walk slowly, to notice, and to rest. Soft shadows stretch across the courtyards, contrasting gently with the glow of lanterns and the faint, silver shimmer of rain-soaked stone. You pause beside a low wall, observing the patterns formed by light and shadow, noticing how each subtle movement of flame reshapes the space, creating a meditation in motion. Somewhere, perhaps a lantern swings slightly with the breeze, and its light ripples across the walls, forming shapes that seem almost alive, inviting your mind to wander gently without urgency, without expectation. Have you ever lingered in a space where the ordinary becomes extraordinary simply by the presence of light, shadow, and silence? Here, even the faintest details command attention. The curve of a column, the sheen of marble polished by rain, the faint scent of burning oil from a nearby candle. Each inhalation draws this serenity deep into your body. Each exhalation releases tension you may not have even noticed. Each moment unfolding slowly, deliberately, like the petals of a night-blooming flower. You wander from courtyard to courtyard, each revealing new treasures. A small bench tucked beneath an overhanging vine, droplets of water clinging to leaves, a shallow basin where water ripples softly with each tiny disturbance. A series of narrow steps ascending toward an elevated terrace where a single lantern flickers against the stone. Each discovery is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet entirely absorbing, encouraging a gentle curiosity that relaxes rather than excites. The scent of wet stone, combined with faint traces of olive and flowering plants, mingles with the soft aroma of burning candle wax. You pause to breathe deeply, letting these layers of fragrance envelop you. The smell grounds you in presence, yet it also carries a dreamlike quality, blending the tactile reality of the night with a subtle, imaginative expansiveness. You notice how the rhythm of your steps, your breath, and the gentle noises of the courtyard, water trickling, leaves rustling, candles flickering, meld into a symphony of calm. Have you ever imagined what it felt like to explore sacred spaces in complete stillness when the world beyond has dissolved, leaving only the interplay of stone, water, and soft light? In these candlelit courtyards, time seems to fold upon itself. Your thoughts slow, your body sinks gently into relaxation. Your awareness expands without strain. Every inhalation draws in calm. Every exhalation releases all tension. You feel your heartbeat synchronizing with the quiet pulse of the night, the flickering of candles, and the subtle trickle of water. A soft breeze drifts through an open terrace, carrying with it the faint sound of distant bells and the rustle of olive leaves. You pause to notice it, letting the sensation brush your skin, let your hair stir softly, and remind you of your connection to the living world beyond the stone walls. Even in stillness there is life, there is movement, there is gentle rhythm. Each sound, each scent, each visual detail becomes a thread in a lullaby that cradles your mind and body alike. The smallest temple in the courtyard holds a particularly mesmerizing presence. Its single door is framed by carved stone that glows softly in the candlelight. You step closer, tracing your fingers along the cool surface, feeling the slight grooves and textures carved over centuries. Within, the floor is smooth, the air faintly scented with incense, the light diffused by delicate lanterns that hang in quiet symmetry. You pause to stand in this sacred space, sensing the calm that has settled here for generations. Every shadow, every flicker, every sound feels intentional, as if the night itself has paused to honor your presence. Have you noticed how light can transform a space? How shadows can deepen calm rather than create fear? How gentle movement encourages curiosity instead of urgency? In these silent courtyards and candlelit temples, every element collaborates to guide you into the soft folds of tranquility. You take a slow step, then another, breathing in rhythm with the muted music of night, the faint patter of rain on leaves, the whisper of wind across stone, the soft flicker of candle flames. A small fountain in another courtyard captures your attention. The water arcs in gentle curves, falling into a shallow basin and forming tiny ripples that dance with the candlelight. You linger, observing the fluid patterns, the play of reflection and shadow, the subtle movement that is simultaneously active and perfectly still. Each ripple becomes a meditation, each reflection a quiet mirror for your thoughts. You inhale, letting serenity fill your chest, and exhale, releasing all lingering tension. The courtyards are connected by narrow passages, each turning gently to reveal a new tableau of calm, a moss-covered wall, a lantern flickering in the mist, a small olive tree glistening with raindrops. You follow these paths slowly, without hurry, without expectation, simply letting your attention rest on the textures, the sounds, and the smells. Each step deepens your relaxation, each breath aligns you more fully with the pulse of the night. Have you ever noticed the sensation of being entirely seen by a space, where the environment itself seems to cradle your awareness and guide your mind toward calm? The candlelit temples and silent courtyards of Athens offer this gift. The interplay of light, shadow, water, stone, and gentle scents becomes a lullaby for the senses, inviting your thoughts to drift, your muscles to release, and your spirit to rest. You feel cradled, supported, fully present, yet gently floating towards sleep as you wander through the final courtyard. You pause beneath a lantern, the light warm against your skin, the shadows stretching softly across wet stone. A faint trickle of water, the soft rustle of leaves, and the distant murmur of the city beyond form a soothing accompaniment. You inhale deeply, savoring the calm, and exhale fully, releasing any remaining tension or distraction. The night, the temples, the courtyards, and the gentle rhythm of rain embrace you completely. And as you step toward the next chapter of this journey through Athens, your mind is quiet, your body is relaxed, and your spirit is aligned with the gentle pulse of history and night. The candlelit temples and silent courtyards have cradled you, soothed you, and guided you deeper into presence and rest, preparing you for the continuation of your dreamlike exploration, where the hidden terraces and olive groves of the city will carry you even further into the calm embrace of night. Section 7. Hidden Terraces and Olive Groves. Tonight your journey through Athens continues upward, away from the intimate courtyards and candlelit temples, toward terraces tucked behind high walls, and the quiet groves of ancient olive trees. Each step is soft, deliberate, unhurried, as if the city itself is guiding you along a secret path, one that has been traversed for centuries by those seeking calm, reflection, and gentle wonder. The air is cool and fragrant, carrying the subtle aroma of rain-soaked earth, flowering herbs, and the ever-present scent of olive leaves. With each inhale, serenity settles more deeply into your chest. With each exhale, any lingering tension slips away. Have you ever noticed how a quiet climb, a gradual ascent, can change your perception of the world around you? Each terrace reveals a new layer of Athens, narrow rooftops glistening in the soft drizzle, walls shimmering with rain, glimpses of lanterns reflecting in puddles far below. Your gaze follows the curves of terraces, the gentle arcs of stone steps, the delicate sway of olive branches, and you feel a subtle harmony unfolding within you, a rhythm that mirrors the quiet pulse of the city itself. The terraces are lined with low walls and potted plants, each space inviting slow observation. You step carefully along the worn stone, your fingers brushing lightly against the cool surface. Moss clings softly to the cracks and droplets of rain collect in small depressions, shimmering like miniature pools of light. Somewhere nearby, water trickles from a fountain, a gentle, continuous lullaby, merging with the soft rustle of leaves stirred by a faint breeze. Each sound, each texture, each scent forms a delicate tapestry that draws your attention inward while grounding you fully in the moment. Have you ever walked through a place that feels simultaneously intimate and expansive, where each step reveals a new secret yet encourages lingering and reflection? These hidden terraces offer precisely that sensation. The city below is distant but present, a soft murmur in the background, while above, the night sky stretches faintly through drifting clouds, stars peeking occasionally to catch your eye. You pause at a terrace edge, noticing how the gentle light of lanterns scatters across rain-soaked stone and olive leaves, creating a dance of light and shadow that soothes your gaze and quiets your thoughts. The olive groves themselves hold a timeless serenity. Trees with gnarled trunks rise gracefully, their branches bending under the weight of rain, leaves glistening as droplets cling and fall in gentle rhythm. You walk slowly among them, brushing lightly against the leaves, feeling the delicate texture, the cool, almost silky surface, and noticing how the air smells faintly of earth, green leaves, and the faint trace of fruit yet to ripen. Each step is meditative. Each breath aligns with the gentle sway of branches, the soft cadence of dripping water, and the quiet pulse of the night. Have you noticed how natural spaces can mirror the mind, offering both movement and stillness, rhythm and calm? The olive groves encourage a soft awareness, a gentle curiosity about each detail, the twisted bark of an ancient tree, the delicate shimmer of water droplets, the way a single leaf moves in the breeze. You pause to watch a droplet fall from a high branch, landing in a shallow basin with a faint splash that resonates softly through the terrace. You inhale deeply, letting the sound and the calm it brings fill your lungs, and exhale fully, releasing all tension and distraction. Terraces reveal hidden corners with quiet seating, stone benches tucked beneath flowering vines, shaded alcoves where lanterns glow softly, and small fountains trickling quietly into shallow basins. Each element has been placed with intention, designed to invite observation and reflection, to allow your senses to slow and your mind to soften. You take a seat on a stone bench, feeling the cool surface beneath you, letting your body sink gently, fully supported by the ancient stones. The soft drizzle continues, tapping lightly on leaves and stone, creating a natural lullaby. You close your eyes briefly, listening to the gentle rhythm, allowing your mind to float alongside it. The air carries subtle fragrances, the dampness of soil, the faint scent of lavender and thyme from nearby pots, the ever-present green of the olive trees themselves. Each inhalation deepens your sense of calm. Each exhalation releases tension further into the night. Have you ever watched shadows move in the night, observing how light shifts gently across surfaces, how shapes morph softly in the flickering glow of a lantern? On these terraces, shadows play delicately on walls and leaves, creating a visual meditation. The patterns change subtly with each breath of wind, each flicker of candlelight, inviting your eyes to follow without urgency, guiding your attention gently into a state of quiet wonder. You rise and continue along a narrow pathway that winds between terraces and groves, stepping softly on stones slick with rain. Small fountains and water channels trickle quietly along the edges, each sound a soft note in the lullaby of the night. You notice a bench tucked beneath a twisted olive tree, lanterns hanging overhead casting warm light that shimmers on wet stone. You pause, inhaling the mingling scents of wet leaves, faint flowers, and the earth itself, and exhale, letting your body fully relax into the rhythm of the night. Have you ever felt the gentle intimacy of a space designed to calm and inspire simultaneously? The terraces and olive groves combine natural beauty with human craftsmanship in subtle ways. Stone walls shaped to guide water, pathways curved to reveal glimpses of lantern light, potted herbs positioned to release fragrance as you pass. Each element is quiet, unassuming, yet profoundly effective in fostering calm and presence. As you continue, you come to the highest terrace, where the olive groves open to a wide, panoramic view of the city below. Lanterns glimmer in distant courtyards, rain-slicked streets shine softly, and the faint outlines of temples and homes create a serene tapestry of light and shadow. You pause, taking in the sight, letting it settle into your awareness like a gentle balm. The rhythm of rain, the sway of olive branches, the soft glow of lamps, all merge into a single, harmonious experience, inviting your mind to drift slowly, peacefully, toward rest. The terraces themselves offer countless moments of gentle observation, a single droplet on a leaf reflecting lamplight, a small fountain creating ripples in a quiet pool, the faint sound of an owl in the distance. Each detail is subtle, yet it resonates deeply, reinforcing the meditative quality of the space. You follow the natural rhythm of the terraces, allowing your body to move slowly, your mind to soften, and your awareness to expand without strain. Have you noticed how the combination of light, water, and vegetation can quiet the mind? How simple details invite contemplation and gentle curiosity without urgency? Here, in these hidden terraces and olive groves, each sensory input works in harmony with the next, guiding your attention softly while encouraging relaxation and presence. You take a slow step, then another, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet, the faint brush of leaves against your fingertips, and the gentle embrace of night air on your skin. The gentle sounds of water, wind, and rain surround you, creating a meditative symphony. You pause at a small fountain where water arcs into a shallow basin, watching the reflections ripple and shift in the soft light. You notice the subtle colors, the movement, the delicate play of shadow and brightness, and allow your mind to float alongside it. Each breath deepens the sense of calm. Each exhale releases lingering tension, leaving you fully immersed in the serenity of this elevated secret world. Have you ever felt the sensation of complete stillness within motion, of calm within gentle activity? The terraces and olive groves of Athens offer precisely that experience. Water flows, leaves sway, lanterns flicker, yet the overall effect is one of tranquility, of gentle alignment with the night's rhythm. You walk slowly, savoring each step, each sound, each texture, feeling the rhythm of your breath synchronize with the soft pulse of the surroundings. The night sky above is vast, a subtle veil of clouds revealing distant stars. Their faint twinkle mirrors the reflections in fountains and puddles below, connecting sky and earth in a quiet, meditative harmony. You pause, gazing upward, letting the vastness of the heavens settle your mind, expand your awareness, and deepen your sense of peace. The city, the terraces, the olive groves, and the sky work together to form a gentle cradle for your consciousness, guiding you slowly toward rest. And as you step along the final terrace, descending gently toward the next secret of Athens, your body is relaxed, your mind softened, your spirit aligned with the tranquil rhythm of the night. The hidden terraces and olive groves have carried you further into calm, serenity, and dreamlike presence, preparing you for the continuation of your journey into the heart of this timeless city. Section 8. Twilight Temples and Whispering Columns. Tonight, as your journey through Athens continues, you are drawn toward the soft glow of twilight, where ancient temples stand quietly, bathed in the fading light of day and the gentle silver of early evening. The rain has slowed to a delicate mist, leaving stone surfaces glistening and olive leaves sparkling. You walk along winding paths lined with cypress trees, their dark silhouettes softened against the pale sky. Each step is careful, deliberate, and unhurried, inviting your mind and body to fall into a deep, meditative rhythm. Have you ever paused at the edge of a temple during twilight, feeling as if time itself has slowed to honor the stillness? The air carries a faint, calming chill, mixed with the warm, lingering scents of wet earth, incense, and flowering plants. Your breath deepens naturally, aligning with the quiet pulse of the city, the soft trickle of distant fountains, and the gentle whisper of leaves in the breeze. Each inhalation fills you with calm. Each exhalation releases tension you may not have noticed. The temples rise gracefully before you, their columns tall and silent, yet somehow alive with presence. You approach, slowly, running your fingers lightly along the cool marble, feeling the faint grooves left by centuries of hands that shaped these stones. The texture is smooth, yet textured with age, a tactile story of time and patience. Shadows from the columns stretch and sway gently in the dim light, creating patterns that seem almost musical, a visual symphony for your eyes to follow with quiet attention. Have you ever noticed the way shadows and light can guide your awareness? How the gentle sway of a branch or flicker of candlelight can draw the mind into soft focus. Walking among these columns, you feel your thoughts slow, each one dissolving like mist in the fading light. You pause at the edge of a shaded courtyard, noticing how the wet stone glistens, how the gentle rustle of leaves harmonizes with the distant murmur of the city, and how the soft fragrance of olive and jasmine drifts faintly on the air. The world feels suspended, held tenderly in a moment of perfect calm. You step further into the courtyard, where a small fountain trickles quietly into a shallow basin. The water glimmers with reflections of the twilight sky, the columns, and the distant lanterns. The sound of flowing water blends seamlessly with the soft whisper of wind through leaves and the gentle tap of rain that lingers on stone surfaces. You pause, inhaling slowly, letting the serene symphony of the night settle into your chest and lungs, releasing every tension with each exhale. The temples themselves seem to breathe, their silent presence resonating with the gentle rhythm of the evening. Each column carries a story, a memory of ancient gatherings, quiet reflections, and sacred rituals. You touch the cool marble, feeling the subtle indentations left by generations of hands, sensing the reverent energy embedded in the stones. Have you ever felt the quiet hum of history, so gentle that it seems to seep into your bones, relaxing you from within? Here, amid the twilight temples, you feel it deeply. Soft shadows shift with the movement of your gaze, dancing across the carved reliefs and ancient sculptures. You notice the delicate details, the faint etching of a leaf, the curve of a draped robe, the subtle texture of a column fluting. Each observation draws your attention gently yet fully, inviting mindfulness without urgency. You allow your awareness to linger on these small details, noticing the interplay of light, shadow, and texture as a meditation that calms your mind and steadies your breath. Have you ever paused to notice how gentle sounds can become a lullaby? Here, the faint trickle of fountains, the soft rustle of leaves, and the distant coo of a night bird form a symphony of serenity. Each element contributes to a slow, hypnotic rhythm, inviting your body to release tension and your mind to settle into quiet reflection. You walk slowly, deliberately, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet, the mist brushing lightly against your cheeks, and the gentle warmth of distant lanterns casting pools of soft light around you. The courtyards reveal quiet corners, a small bench beneath a flowering vine, a moss-covered fountain reflecting the dim sky, a narrow stairway leading to a hidden terrace. Each discovery is subtle, yet profoundly calming. You pause at the terrace, looking out across the city, where the streets glisten faintly from the rain, and the distant temples glow softly in the last light of day. You inhale deeply, letting the fragrance of wet earth, olive and jasmine fill your senses, and exhale fully, letting go of all distractions. Have you ever noticed how movement in stillness can soothe the mind? The gentle sway of olive branches, the soft ripple of water in a fountain, the flicker of distant lanterns, all create a dynamic calm, a quiet motion that invites you to release tension. You take a slow step, then another, aligning your own rhythm with the gentle cadence of the temple courtyards, each movement reinforcing presence and deep relaxation. As the twilight deepens, the sky softens into muted shades of blue and grey, a delicate backdrop for the ancient columns. Faint stars peek through drifting clouds, their glimmers mirrored in small pools of water along the pathways. You pause to observe the reflection of a column in a rain-slicked stone surface, noticing how light, shadow, and water interact in perfect harmony. Each detail invites contemplation, drawing your mind gently into a state of calm awareness. The temples themselves offer subtle fragrances, the faint trace of incense lingering in the air, mingling with the scent of rain-washed stone and flowering plants. You inhale slowly, letting these gentle aromas fill your lungs, and exhale fully, releasing any lingering tension. Each breath becomes a meditation, each inhalation a wave of calm, each exhalation a soft release. You feel your body sinking further into relaxation, your mind floating effortlessly in the serene embrace of the night. Have you ever paused to feel how a space can cradle your awareness? How the combination of sound, scent, light, and texture can guide your mind towards stillness? The twilight temples and whispering columns offer precisely this experience. Every footstep, every glance, every inhalation and exhalation deepens your sense of calm, aligning your awareness with the rhythm of the night, the city, and the gentle pulse of history. You continue along a narrow pathway between temples, noticing subtle variations in light and shadow as lanterns flicker softly, casting gentle patterns across the wet stone. A small fountain hums quietly in the background, its water forming tiny ripples that shimmer in the faint light. You pause to watch the gentle movement, allowing it to hypnotically capture your attention while your thoughts settle and drift away. Each ripple, each flicker of light, each soft sound contributes to a state of serene awareness. The columns rising gracefully into the twilight sky create a sheltered rhythm for your journey. You walk slowly beneath them, your fingers brushing lightly against the cool marble, feeling its smoothness and the texture of its age. Shadows shift gently with the fading light, forming patterns that encourage mindfulness, calm, and deep relaxation. You inhale, sensing the stillness of the space fill your chest, and exhale, letting all tension dissolve. Have you noticed how soft observation can lead to a profound sense of presence? Here, amid the twilight temples and whispering columns, each detail, light, shadow, scent, sound, guides your mind gently toward calm. The combination of natural and architectural beauty forms a lullaby for the senses, inviting your awareness to settle, your body to relax, and your spirit to rest. You pause once more, feeling the pulse of the city, the gentle rhythm of water and wind, and the soft embrace of twilight surrounding you. As you step toward the final courtyard, you pause beneath a softly glowing lantern. The shadows stretch gently, the columns rise proudly, and the faint fragrance of olive and jasmine fills the air. Water trickles in a small fountain, leaves rustle with a gentle breeze, and distant lamps flicker softly. You inhale deeply, letting serenity fill your body, and exhale fully, releasing any remaining tension. The temples and columns bathed in twilight cradle your awareness, guiding you slowly toward the next stage of your journey. And as you continue, moving further into the heart of Athens, your mind is quiet, your body relaxed, and your spirit attuned to the tranquil rhythm of the night. The twilight temples and whispering columns have carried you deeper into serenity, preparing you for the next chapter of your dreamlike exploration, where moonlit avenues and quiet groves will draw you further into calm, restful presence. Section 9. Moonlit Avenues and Silent Groves Tonight. Your journey through Athens carries you along quiet avenues bathed in soft moonlight, where the city's rhythm slows even further, and the hush of night deepens into serene calm. The rain has long since softened into a gentle mist, leaving streets glistening with faint reflections of lamps and lanterns. You step lightly along these moonlit paths, feeling the smooth cobblestones beneath your feet, their texture cool and grounding, guiding your mind into a state of slow, rhythmic awareness. Have you ever walked beneath a sky where moonlight spills across stone and leaf, illuminating quiet spaces without harshness, but instead with tender clarity? Each step along these avenues feels like a meditation, the faint glow guiding your attention gently from one detail to the next. Your breath aligns naturally with your movement. Inhale slowly, feeling the crisp night air fill your lungs. Exhale fully, releasing the day's residue of thought and tension. The rhythm of your breath mirrors the subtle pulse of the city under the gentle moonlight. The avenues are flanked by low stone walls, ivy-covered and glistening with droplets, and trees that sway softly in the night breeze. Their shadows stretch across the pathways, creating a delicate pattern of dark and light that invites your eyes to wander without urgency, guiding your mind into calm observation. You pause at a small intersection, noting how the flicker of a distant lantern dances across the wet cobblestones, forming a transient mosaic of warmth against the cool tones of moonlit stone. Have you noticed how gentle observation can slow the mind? As you walk slowly, each subtle shift of light, each ripple of shadow, each whisper of wind through leaves becomes a focus for your attention. Your body relaxes, your mind softens, and the world seems to slow around you. Every inhale draws in serenity, every exhale releases tension, leaving you fully immersed in the quiet elegance of these moonlit avenues. Alongside the avenues, you discover silent groves tucked into hidden corners of the city. Ancient olive trees rise gracefully, their twisted trunks catching faint, silvery light. Leaves shimmer with lingering droplets, each one reflecting the moon above like tiny mirrors. You walk among these trees slowly, brushing your fingers lightly along the leaves, feeling their cool, delicate texture. The subtle fragrance of wet earth, olive, and herbs drifts gently through the air, grounding you fully in the sensory richness of the night. Have you ever lingered in a grove where the natural world seems to pause, waiting quietly for your attention? Here, each element, tree, leaf, stone, and shadow, works in harmony, encouraging reflection, mindfulness, and gentle curiosity. You pause by a small fountain, its water rippling softly in a shallow basin, catching the moonlight in sparkling arcs. You inhale, letting the serene sound fill your awareness, and exhale, sinking more deeply into relaxation. The grove seems to cradle you, offering both sanctuary and quiet stimulation for your senses. As you continue along a narrow, meandering path, you notice subtle details, the faint hum of nocturnal insects, the rustle of olive leaves in a soft breeze, the gentle glow of lanterns hidden among branches. Each sound, each texture, each faint scent contributes to a sensory tapestry that draws your mind gently inward, encouraging presence and calm. You step slowly, deliberately, aware of each movement and sensation, aligning your own rhythm with the natural cadence of the night. Have you noticed how subtle light and shadow can guide your awareness without effort? The interplay of moonlight on glistening leaves, reflections in puddles, and distant lanterns casting warm glows creates a visual meditation that soothes your mind and encourages quiet reflection. Each subtle observation reinforces a gentle mindfulness, guiding you deeper into calm and relaxation. The avenues occasionally open into small plazas, each one a quiet sanctuary of stone and water. A fountain in the center murmurs softly, its sound merging with the faint rustle of leaves and the distant patter of residual drizzle. You pause to observe, noticing the gentle ripples in the water, the way light scatters across wet stone, and the subtle fragrance of nearby plants. Each detail encourages presence, curiosity, and restful awareness, all while maintaining a gentle, unhurried pace. Have you ever felt how movement through space can mirror movement within? How walking slowly among silent structures and natural beauty can guide the mind towards stillness? Here, in these moonlit avenues and silent groves, each step, each glance, each breath forms a slow, hypnotic rhythm that aligns your body, mind, and spirit. You take a deep, deliberate inhalation, letting serenity fill your lungs, and a long exhalation, releasing all tension into the calm night. Along the edges of the avenues, small terraces peek through ivy and low walls. Lanterns glow softly on the terraces, reflecting off rain-slicked stone and casting gentle shadows. You pause at one terrace, noticing a cluster of olive trees illuminated in silver, their trunks twisted in elegant forms. The subtle movement of leaves in the night breeze creates a rhythmic, calming pattern, and the faint fragrance of damp earth rises to meet you. You allow yourself to linger here, breathing in alignment with the gentle pulse of nature and the city alike. Have you ever experienced the calm that comes from fully attuning to your surroundings, letting every sound, scent, and texture guide you into relaxation? Walking along the moonlit avenues, exploring the hidden groves, and pausing in quiet terraces, you feel the boundaries between your body, mind, and environment soften. Each observation deepens serenity, each breath reinforces presence, and each gentle movement harmonizes with the quiet rhythm of the night. The groves occasionally reveal tiny alcoves, benches beneath flowering vines, moss-covered fountains, and narrow stone stairways leading to elevated viewpoints. You step carefully along these paths, each one offering new perspectives on the city, the groves, and the night sky above. Faint stars peek through drifting clouds, their reflections mirrored in the wet stone and water pools below. You pause, taking in the view, letting the stillness of these spaces deepen your relaxation and presence. Have you noticed how nature and architecture together can form a lullaby? The subtle combination of trees, water, stone, and light creates a sensory symphony that quiets the mind while gently engaging attention. You step slowly, feeling the texture of stone beneath your feet, brushing lightly against leaves, inhaling the fragrance of wet earth, and exhaling fully, letting go of thought and tension. The rhythm of the night carries you gently onward, preparing your body and mind for the final chapter of your journey. As you wander through the last grove along these moonlit avenues, the tranquility deepens. Water trickles quietly from small fountains, leaves whisper softly in the breeze, and distant lanterns shimmer across wet cobblestones. Each element reinforces the meditative, hypnotic rhythm of the night. You breathe slowly, your awareness absorbed in the interplay of shadow, light, texture, and scent, allowing a profound calm to settle fully within you. Have you ever felt the gentle expansion of awareness that comes with being fully present in a serene space? Here, in the moonlit avenues and silent groves of Athens, every sensory detail guides your mind towards stillness. Each breath deepens your calm, and every movement encourages relaxation. You pause one final time to observe the city below, its faint glow shimmering in the distance, and the stars above reflecting softly in the pools of water beneath your feet. And as you step from the grove toward the next stage of your journey, your body is relaxed, your mind quiet, and your spirit attuned to the gentle rhythm of night. The moonlit avenues and silent groves have carried you deep into calm, preparing you for the final chapter of this dreamlike exploration, where the quiet heart of the city and the soft embrace of night await your senses. Section 10. The Heart of Night and Gentle. Farewell to night. Your journey through ancient Athens reaches its tranquil culmination. You move slowly through the heart of the city, where cobblestone streets glisten under the soft sheen of lingering rain, and the quiet glow of lanterns forms pools of gentle light. The air is cool, fragrant with the scent of wet earth, olive leaves, and faint traces of night-blooming flowers. Each step you take aligns with the subtle pulse of the city, a rhythm so soft that it feels almost like a lullaby, whispered just for you. Have you ever wandered through a city entirely at rest, where the usual bustle has dissolved into silence, leaving only the gentle whisper of the night? Here, the streets are empty, the temples and terraces are silent, and the groves of olive trees sway with a slow, meditative cadence. You walk slowly, deliberately, feeling the texture of each stone beneath your feet, noticing the faint shimmer of water droplets on leaves, the soft hum of distant fountains, and the delicate play of shadows cast by flickering lanterns. The heart of the city offers spaces of profound stillness. You pause on a small bridge spanning a quiet water channel, where rainwater trickles softly over smooth stones, creating a gentle, continuous melody. The reflections of lanterns shimmer in the pools, forming patterns of light that shift and ripple with the subtle movements of water. You inhale deeply, drawing the serenity into your chest, and exhale fully, letting the calm spread through every part of your body. Have you ever lingered in a space that feels suspended between worlds, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary simply by the quiet embrace of night? Walking through these streets, you sense the layers of history beneath your feet, the echoes of conversations, the footprints of those who came before, the reverent presence of sacred spaces. Each detail is subtle, yet it resonates deeply, grounding you in the rhythm of the present, while inviting reflection on the gentle continuity of time. The moon above casts a soft silver light over the city, blending with the warm flicker of lanterns to create a gentle contrast that soothes your eyes and mind. Shadows stretch and shift across marble columns, cobblestones, and olive groves, forming patterns that move with an unhurried, hypnotic rhythm. You pause to notice them, letting your gaze follow the subtle interplay of light and dark, each movement guiding your mind toward calm and stillness. Have you noticed how quiet observation can deepen relaxation? How paying attention to gentle details can help the mind release tension? As you continue along a narrow alleyway, you pass by a small courtyard where a lone fountain murmurs softly. The water arcs gracefully, catching faint moonlight, and ripples form tiny patterns that mesmerize your gaze. The air carries the subtle scent of damp stone, blooming jasmine, and olive trees, wrapping around you like a comforting blanket. You inhale, absorbing serenity, and exhale, letting go of any remaining distractions or tension. Along the avenues and through hidden passages, you encounter quiet spaces that feel suspended in time. Small alcoves contain benches beneath flowering vines, shallow pools reflect lantern light, and the soft rustle of leaves in the night breeze adds a gentle, rhythmic accompaniment. Each sound, each texture, each faint scent reinforces the hypnotic cadence of the night, guiding your body and mind toward complete relaxation. Have you ever experienced a sense of being fully cradled by your surroundings, where every sensory input contributes to serenity and ease? Walking along the final paths, you notice the gentle sway of branches, the soft trickle of fountains, the shimmer of wet stone, and the quiet presence of history embedded in every surface. Your breath synchronizes naturally with the rhythm of the night. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and each exhalation deepens your calm, letting your awareness drift into stillness. The final groves of olive trees open before you, their twisted trunks glistening faintly in the moonlight. You step among them slowly, brushing lightly against leaves and feeling the texture of bark beneath your fingertips. The air is filled with a delicate mix of damp earth, flowering plants, and soft night air. Each element of this grove, the water, the leaves, the soft light, works in harmony to lull your mind and body into gentle repose. You pause beneath a large olive tree, inhaling the serene fragrance and exhaling fully, letting yourself melt into the calm embrace of night. Have you ever stood in a quiet grove at night, feeling the vastness of the world above and the comforting presence of nature around you? Here, the rhythm of the wind, the gentle movement of leaves, and the soft patter of residual raindrops create a lullaby that resonates through your entire body. Each sound, each scent, and each touch becomes a thread weaving a tapestry of calm, gently guiding your mind toward restful presence. As you continue through the grove, you notice a small terrace overlooking the city. Lanterns glow softly along its edge, and a fountain murmurs quietly in the corner. You step onto the terrace, inhaling the fragrance of wet stone and olive leaves, and gaze out across the moonlit rooftops of Athens. The city below seems to breathe in sync with your own rhythm, silent yet alive, tranquil yet full of gentle life. You allow your mind to rest in this view, feeling deeply cradled by the night. Have you noticed how silence can speak as loudly as sound? How gentle light can soothe as powerfully as darkness? How stillness can nurture as deeply as motion? On this terrace, every detail, the shimmer of stone, the rustle of leaves, the soft glow of lanterns, works together to lull your mind and body into complete relaxation. You breathe slowly, aligning yourself with the calming pulse of the environment, allowing thoughts to drift gently away like clouds across a soft sky. The night sky above is vast and deep, sprinkled with stars that twinkle faintly through drifting clouds. Their subtle light reflects in the pools of water around you, connecting sky and earth in a quiet, harmonious pattern. You pause, taking in this gentle symphony of nature and history, feeling a profound sense of peace and alignment. The city, the groves, the terraces, and the night sky cradle your awareness, guiding your consciousness softly toward rest. Have you ever noticed how each sensory detail, light, shadow, sound, scent, can form a gentle meditation, helping your mind release tension and enter a state of deep calm? Walking through these final spaces, you feel fully present, yet softly drifting. Each breath, each step, each glance reinforces the hypnotic rhythm of the night, inviting serenity and gentle awareness. You let your awareness expand and settle, letting the city's calm pulse synchronize with your own. As you step along the last paths of this journey, you pause beside a final fountain. Water arcs gracefully into a shallow basin, rippling softly and reflecting the moon and lanterns in shimmering patterns. You sit on a nearby bench, allowing your body to sink into the smooth stone, letting your mind float freely in the quiet embrace of the night. Each sound, each shadow, each gentle flicker of light encourages deeper relaxation, guiding you effortlessly towards sleep. Have you ever felt the perfect alignment of body, mind, and environment, where every element seems to conspire to lull you into calm? Here, in the heart of Athens, beneath moonlit terraces, whispering columns, and silent groves, you experience exactly that. Every detail, every breath, every gentle movement of light and shadow works to carry your awareness into serenity, to relax your muscles, and to quiet your thoughts. Finally, as you rise from the bench and take one last slow step through the quiet avenues, a sense of completion washes over you. The city has guided you gently, offering moments of reflection, meditation, and presence, and now, as you prepare to rest fully, your mind is calm, your body relaxed, and your spirit aligned with the gentle pulse of the night. And so, dear listener, as you close your eyes and let the memory of moonlit streets, whispering groves, and silent temples envelop you, allow yourself to drift fully into restful sleep. Breathe deeply, exhale slowly, and know that the tranquility of Athens will stay with you in dreams, a gentle companion through the night. Tonight's journey has ended, but your calm continues. Sleep deeply, rest fully, and awaken refreshed, carrying the serenity of this dreamlike Athens within your heart.